We're back here. Crunch time, week 7 coming up. Right? Week 7?
Yeah, because we started Kentucky week.
Week 7, week 6 in West Virginia. We got my man David Jones to my left. I'm Darryl McCoy, and we got producer KJ on the boards as always. Now, man, what a week it's been in mountain football, and I promise you guys, we're gonna slowly lead into the football talk. So make sure you hit that like, share button, get them numbers up. And what I want to start with is some big news. Tomorrow, the betting opens up in Kentucky. So sports betting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Kentucky at 12:01 tonight, you can start betting.
You don't have to go over to across the river no more.
Nope, don't have to. You can do it right from your own home.
Wow, that's big time.
Yeah, and in respects for that, later on in the show, I'm going to go over the point spreads from the Massey ratings. So what the high school point spreads are this week. So in honor of the betting.
That's good. So
it'll be interesting to see what it was. Last week I know there was a 33.5 point dog that got a big upset win that we'll talk about later in the show. But right now that's big news. Other big news is D&D Sports Network had their first live AMW wrestling this weekend.
Hey, that was awesome.
It was amazing.
I got to watch. That's big time, dude. I like that a lot.
It was fun. It didn't matter if it took you back to your childhood watching wrestling.
Oh yeah, like it reminded me up in Red Jacket Gym when I told you the clown and them came.
Yep, absolutely.
But I loved it. I wish I would have got to come, but me and the boys, we was tired. We had a long day. So we was really tired, and we just chilled at home.
Yeah,
but we got to watch it. Thanks to you guys.
It was a fun night of wrestling, and Kyle Maggard, AMW.
Mm-hmm.
We plan on doing a lot more of that. That was one that he gave us permission to give it to the fans for free instead of pay-per-view. So, hopefully in the future you get that. But in the meantime, on next month they're having a Halloween special in Jenkins. So you people make sure you come out and support that AMW wrestling. I think that one will be back on pay-per-view. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So I think it'll be back on pay-per-view. We got a lot of people already tuning in. As Lewis Ratliff says, "Evening, fellas. How you doing, Lewis? Glad to see you tuning in."
Man.
Early, Lewis is in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tony Atkins says, "Good evening, Darryl." That's the Garrett Fort Menace.
Oh, okay.
Tony Atkins. And then use DraftKings KSR promo. Yes, I was going to go over that. When you go to bet, if you go right now, folks, and you use the DraftKings, go download the DraftKings app, and then use the promo KSR, you get $200 free to bet. Yeah, $200 free. It's yours. But you got to bet it within the first 7 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anybody can get that. So if you're,
I can't bet, man. I'm terrible.
Well, I'm going to do the 200 and see how it goes, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, let me know how you do.
Yeah,
if you do good, you just split me off, and I'll bet.
There we go.
Right,
we'll do it, and then that there's more promos coming with that KSR promo where you can bet $25 and everything will double.
Okay,
so there's a lot of stuff if you use that promo KSR that you're going to get in the future too. Yeah. So make sure you do that. We got Nick Harmon saying, "Hey guys," Chris Bishop says, "Let's go Miners. Awesome job, coach. Can't wait to cheer on the Miners this Friday."
Appreciate that.
And as always, we got our guy Seth Cox from Gracie and Tate Merchandising tuning in. So it'd be interesting to see how many Scott Skyhawk fans we have tuning in this week.
They won't get no billboard from me.
I'll see if I can milk it out of them, guys.
You won't get no billboard from me. We're the homecoming game. That's so that's all the billboard they need.
Well, I want to give a couple. That is true. I mean, they booked y'all for homecoming, so I don't think they seen Coach Jones coming to the mountains when they done that.
I was already here.
Yeah, I
was already here.
So you was already here.
I was already here. Then whenever the schedules come out, it got sent to me. And we was the homecoming game.
Oh, wow. My first inclination when I seen that was done before Coach Jones got up there.
I was already here.
Yeah, well, I mean that.
And what do it have to do with me anyway? I can't play.
No, you can't
These
play.
boys
you can't
can
play,
play.
but you sure the hell can get your boys to play.
Well.
But.
Our staff, we do a heck of a job. We sure do.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit. I want to talk about some of the middle school action that we've seen this week. We got to see the Hazard Bulldogs cap off an undefeated regular season last night with a 25-15 win over Pikeville. Now, that's a good old-fashioned rivalry game.
I'm gonna tell you
there.
right now, that Hazard Middle School team and
Maddox Bryant.
Listen.
Yep.
I know his dad real well,
Yep.
and I'm gonna tell you right now, that young man is a future star.
He's one of the, probably since we've been doing D&D sports there, he's a top 20 kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the top 20 players that we've covered.
And he's a wrestler also. He's unbelievable.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He's unbelievable.
And I tell you, they got another kid that I really love his game.
I watched the game.
Tater Skidmore.
Yeah, Tater. I love Tater.
That kid
I like
clogs
that.
up
Yes.
the line, man. He's fun to watch. And then over, they also got the, I can't remember the kid's name now, that ended up getting the Mingy Beef Jerky Player of the Game. That young man, I mean, he scored on defense, scored on special teams, scored on offense. I mean, he was doing everything last night, and that it showed. You could tell in the players how they come to the field that they wanted that regular season undefeated.
I think they say his name Cameron Miller.
Yeah, Cameron Miller. Yeah, there you go. Cameron Miller was his name. So
I appreciate that, Tiff.
He is. I mean, that kid. Maddox Bryant and a couple of the other kids, they get a lot. Listen, Jet Raleigh, the quarterback, Justin Haddock's nephew.
Yes, I like him too.
That kid.
I wonder where he's going to go to high school at.
Well, does he end up at Bull?
Hey, listen. So he's an 8th grader?
Yep.
And, they got a senior quarterback at Bull County. Are they going to make that move down to Bull?
I hope Jet Raleigh stays in Hazard.
I think he will.
I hope he does because that's a special group.
Yeah, it is.
But Haddock's he's on D&D watching every single game.
I know.
So it'd be interesting to see that when said Belfry Pirates versus Mingo volleyball game tomorrow night. Yeah, guys, make sure you go out and flood the arena for that one. As you talk, though, you seen that big win, and then you go over on the West Virginia side, and Logan proved they was the kings of Logan County as they got a big win over Chapmanville, an undefeated Chapmanville team. And listen, I told everybody, man, Levante is a freak. I mean, that kid, it would be hard to find. And I knew it when I seen him in 6th grade. Him and Carly Tolliver was the 2 best players on that team, and now he's just, I mean, he proved he's still the best player on the field when he's on the field.
Yeah, I mean, he I messaged you during that game. I was like, that dude is a stud.
Yeah,
like,
he's a freak, man.
And I think they use him very well. He got great vision, and I think he can run inside or outside. But, he is a great player. I like the big the other big running back. Also, I think the fullback,
Hensley.
Yeah,
he's a stud. And I love the QB. The QB, honestly, he reminds me of Lorenzen.
Yeah.
And I mean, but he got a spark on the football also.
You're really spot on with that, and then
but you can't forget about my boy Dalton though. That cat, he's a different level type of football player.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've not seen a better quarterback. Period. And as we've got with Dakota Dalton, there's not a better quarterback in middle school.
No, at all.
And then when you go and look, not only do you see Dakota Dalton and what he's doing, Tony Atkins, I mean, he's a stud defensively. And then you got Tony Atkins, and then on the other hand, want to take and look at our boy Grayson Sanders. what happened to him, man? That was just awful. He ended up homecoming.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
So what happened to that?
He was homecoming king. One homecoming king was having a great game, and then as he ended up taking, and it was just a freak accident. He went to make a tackle and ended up went down wrong and. But he did message out and said he appreciates all the prayers, awesome. And he said that he'll be back sooner than later. He said God's got a plan for him, and said he guarantees that he'll be back stronger than what he was
That's
before.
That's awesome, man. I know I seen it, and I hated that for him.
Absolutely,
a great young man.
Yeah, good kid. He meets KJ at the gates.
Yeah, I remember.
He's a good kid.
From basketball season.
Yeah, he's just a special kid. Yeah. But then, that was just a special moment. And then, when you go and look at some of the other middle school teams around the area, Pikeville, they had a few studs on their team, but they wasn't. I guess the Pikeville of old, you could tell like they just didn't have that dominance up front.
It's a we're used to a lot of a dominance, a different dominance up there, and I'm thinking. And if you look across of the whole state, it's all like that now. And I think there's a different wave coming through right now.
Yeah, and stuff. And the thing that really hurt Pikeville was their special teams. Mm-hmm. Their special teams was, nothing. It was really bad. Just to say the least. But and then you go and look at some of the other teams in the area. Lawrence County has a stud middle school team.
And don't forget about McGoffin.
Yeah, McGoffin. Yeah, McGoffin. Yeah, they may be state champs.
I did that game against Hazard Saturday, and that was a battle. McGoffin got all the way down, ready to score, and Hazard held them for the win. If McGoffin scores there, they would have won. But Hazard held them down there in the goal line stance. So
that's going to be.
They're tough.
We'll get to see that rematch before they go to state, correct?
Yep. So
are they in the same division?
I think they'll play before state title game if I'm not mistaken. So we'll definitely try to get to see a lot of Betsy Lane fans tuning in. We will make sure that we get to talk about you guys. Yeah.
I called it. I knew y'all was gonna win. Don't ever listen to Darryl. You know what I'm talking about.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
I knew it, Betsy Lane. I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a quick break. Producers putting us on notice here, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little college football before we go into mountain football. I promise you guys don't want to go anywhere. We got an exciting show lined up for you guys. Come right back and join us on Crunch Time.
If you're looking for a great selection and a great experience for your next Harley-Davidson, come on down to Mountain State Harley-Davidson here in Del Barton, West Virginia.
We have new 2023 models in stock and ready for delivery. Special financing available.
Or choose pre-owned with one of the largest inventories in the tri-state area with great low prices.
Visit our showroom filled with licensed Harley-Davidson apparel and more.
Don't write that check until you check with us, Mountain State Harley-Davidson, 61 Priest Bottom Road, or visit us online at mountainstatehd.com.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our number one goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check, check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Stop going out of town to take care of your health care needs when we can take care of you right here locally. Stop by and see us in Lenoir, West Virginia at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic. We are accepting new patients ages 2 and up. We do rapid COVID testing, see primary care, DOT physicals, and do well child and well adult exams. You can see nurse practitioner Tanya Chafin or one of her medical assistants, Holly Runyon or Haley Grimmett. Walk-ins are welcome. You can also call 304-236-3601 to make an appointment. Look forward to seeing you here at Tug Valley Wellness Clinic.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by the Loose Caboose Grill.
Listen, the Loose Caboose is one of our newest sponsors. Went and spoke to the Kirks, great owners, man, and it's really neat to see a restaurant like that in Kermit, West Virginia.
So that's in Kermit.
Yeah, it's in Kermit. Yeah,
I've seen it, and I know my little man, he'd love to go.
Listen, Hillbilly Hot Dogs don't have nothing on the Loose Caboose,
really?
man. Nah, you go in there, man. Great food, great service, and you actually eat. You get your food outside, and you take them in the caboose and eat in the caboose. And he's supposed to be putting TVs in there so he can people can go watch the ball games on Friday night. But it's the real caboose, just like it was set up. The kids can climb up to the tops and eat. You sign the whole caboose inside as people that signed their names on the walls.
Oh, wow.
So it's really neat to go in there and look like, go in there and get you a good spot right now in the caboose.
I'm definitely going to go over there after. We already played tug, so.
Oh, you got to take your kids over there, man. It's something. It's a must visit. Must visit. So
we work together now, us and tug.
Oh, Mingo County backing one another now.
Mingo County versus everybody.
That's what it should be.
I know, and that's what we said from the beginning. Us and the coaches, their staff. Me and Coach Jarvis, we're real close. And we've said that from the start. He was like, "I hope you go 19-1." I said, "I hope you go 19-1."
Yeah.
But after that, we for each other throughout this thing, and we have been every game that we played. They have messaged me every game they played. I've messaged them, so it's been great.
That's absolutely the way it should be. And we tell everybody, when you go, with the people coming from Tulsa to Tug Valley tomorrow, make sure you stop by there, guys. Get something to eat. I promise that the wife is a Tulsa grad, and the husband, I think he graduated from Tug Valley. And his daughter plays volleyball at Tug Valley, and she's the one that we wrote about drag racing.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember that.
So make sure you guys stop by there, guys. I promise there's nothing like it, and we need to support this because it's something that the mountains can be proud of.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So we got a lot of people tuning in here. As we got Matt Smith says, "Good evening, guys. Look forward to this every week. I'm so glad y'all do this for the kids. Amazing, makes me happy." Destiny Coleman says, "Love the show, guys. Glad you guys do this for the boys." Jimmy Johnson says, "Betsy Lane looking like the best team in 2A in Eastern Kentucky." Braxton Dillon says, "Betsy Lane looking strong going into district play." And we got Scotty Dingus cheering on the Belfry Pirates as always. So as I wanted to start this segment here with talking about the UK Wildcats. Kentucky's still undefeated to start the season. Now, their tough test is this Saturday against Florida. But I'm still not impressed, man. I still like watching them. I just when I watch them, I'm like, this is not a very good team. You're a former alum there. What's your thoughts on this team?
I just think that they're just, trying to – it's hard whenever someone just get in and try to click with everybody once you had a high caliber guy like Will leave last year.
Yep.
But I think that they're going to be okay. The defense is playing good ball. You got certain guys that's playing good ball, but Key, he's come along. Last game, he's came along and stuff like that. But I just think they just been playing down to their caliber of teams.
I'm not putting it on Leary because honestly, it's these receivers. The receivers are dropping balls. Yeah, left and right. Yeah. And I thought when the SEC put that out there, like Kentucky leads the SEC in drop balls, and then the last two games I've really paid attention. Man, I've seen at least 4 or 5 drops in the last each game.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It's been bad, and my whole thing is about it is you got to help your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Running backs doing their job, quarterbacks doing the O-line has been the most impressive, I thought, this year. Just from last year, put it that way. He just got to do their job and catch the ball. I think they get a turnaround though.
I hope they do, man.
We're going to get the dub this weekend.
Yep. So when you're looking, we'll talk about that a little bit later, the point spreads and that. But, it's, now the Marshall Virginia Tech game, what was your thoughts on it?
I loved it. I won that game. They covered too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love it. You got one of my guys, Dalton Tucker, started right guard there at Marshall from Bourbon County. So I'm always.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's a senior this year.
We signed him to an NIL deal 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's a senior this year and a senior captain. Great kid, man, and I'm just looking forward to him playing in the NFL one day.
Got the Payne train.
The Payne brothers up there, man, and I remember seeing the running back Payne. I get them all confused. Ethan, right?
Yeah.
And he was a running back. I remember seeing him up there when I went down, and man, he's not a stud. He is a stud.
Well, I look forward to that, and then of course, WVU up there. It's been a rough way up there, but I think things are starting to figure out up there. I think they will finish the season solid.
I was very impressed.
I got better hopes now than I did 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
you gotta understand. He had to get his guys in, and it's hard with this NIL, and a lot of people don't understand that. Of kids coming to WVU.
Yep.
And there's a lot of kids that's gonna leave WVU to go to other places because of the NIL, and you can't always blame that on the coaching. I know they're gonna destroy me in the comments, but. I know he's calling the plays and the things ain't going well and all that, but you gotta understand quarterback's been hurt. I know they got a good running back and All-American running back in right now too, so hopefully you can see things turn around soon.
I hope so, man. I mean, you always want to root for the local teams, and now UPOC will be back in action this week, and last time, so far it's been the local kids making a difference. Yeah. I mean, bad news, Brett Coleman having a good start to the season.
Absolutely. I've seen some big plays by him. I have seen some by several guys, and we got big Jordan Scott over there now making noise. So it's been exciting to see that. The Bull.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get Braden. What was Bull? You caught me off guard there, Braden. I'll think of it here in a second.
Is it Hammock, something like that?
I can't remember but as you're sitting here looking, you just always root for the local teams, and then as you go on down, KCU, I really like what they're doing up there. It's an EKU is having a great start to the season. You're starting to see them involved. Jackson Hensley got the touchdown the other night.
Some players down at KCU. Remember Day Ross from Bourbon? He's down there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Absolutely remember him. So for you guys that's just tuning in, guys, don't forget, earlier we told you sports betting opens up in Kentucky at 12:01. Now, we talked about it. You use the code promo KSR, you get free $200 to bet here, but you got to use it in the first 7 days. So make sure you guys go get the DraftKings app, promo code KSR, and bet some money, win some money for you and your family. Now, in honor of that, the Massey ratings is something that we went back and forth with last year, and I wanted to bring the Massey ratings. The folks that don't remember it, these are high school point spreads that this company, the Massey company,
and it's not Massey Co-Energy.
No, and it's not Don Blankenship back there trying to figure it up. Rowan County's a 40.5 dog. No, it's not Don Blankenship, but this is the Massey ratings, guys. This has nothing to do with us. This is not our ratings, but in honor of the sports betting, we wanted to bring the spreads to you. Rowan County at Ashland, 40.5. East Carter, 41.5 at Bath County. Lawrence at Belfry, minus 18.5. The Greenup at Boyd, 1.5. So
who's favored in that one?
The Boyd. Yeah.
And Belfry's favored 18.5 over Lawrence.
Yep. And then Somerset is favored 5.5 over Breathitt. JC 24.5 over Corbin. Corbin 24.5 over JC. Now that one right there interests me.
Yeah.
That we're going to see. Johnson Central had a slow start to the season, but they're getting healthy. But this may be the best team in the state that they're going to face this Friday.
Guaranteed.
Them or Bull, probably.
Yeah, them two twins are studs. And then Morgan County, they play Covington Holy Cross. They're 28.5 dog to Covington Holy Cross. Paintsville is a 33.5 point favorite over Eastridge. Nichols County 33.5 at Fairview. Raceland is a 30.5 at Hazard. Jackson 35.5 at Jenkins. Floyd Central is a 27.5 at Knott Central. Fleming County 30.5 at Lewis County. Powell at McGoffin. We'll have that Citizens Bank game of the week. McGoffin is a 8.5 point favorite. Prestonsburg at Martin County 21.5 point favor for Martin County.
21.5 point favorite. Where they at?
It's at Martin County.
Versus Prestonsburg?
Mm-hmm. I'd hammer that. I'm not saying they won't win, but I'm just saying 21.5. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot of points scored.
And then Russell 27.5 at West Carter. Chapmanville 27.5 point dog to Herbert Hoover. Wayne 17.5 point favorite at Lincoln County. Clay County is a 3.5 point favorite at Logan. South Charleston is a 38.5 point dog to Spring Valley. Tug Valley is a 28.5 point favorite over Tulsa.
I just got confirmation, Darryl. We will be doing that game.
Oh, will we?
Yep.
Oh, wow. So I want to thank our friends at the Loose Caboose guys for making that happen last minute. So, they called us today and wanted to know if we'd make it happen. We called Mr. Farley, Coach Farley. He hooked us up. And Tug Valley, Tulsa, we will be doing on Friday Night Football.
Awesome. That's good.
So then we got Liberty Raleigh is a 3.5 point favorite to West Side. And I think that's all the games this week.
Liberty Raleigh's a 20 what now?
Liberty Raleigh is a West Side is a 3.5 point favorite over Liberty Raleigh.
Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be more than that, but I was about to say we played both of them, and West Side was going.
So you're saying West Side's gonna get that?
Well, yeah, way that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying, no disrespect to
Liberty Raleigh,
at all. I'm just saying, West Side is the better team.
I think, just like Tupac, West Side is the best side, right?
Yeah.
That's all the ball games we got this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Yeah. So we got one big one that everybody's going to talk about. Now, you overcome a 33.5 point advantage last week. They said that you was a 33.5 point dog to the defending state champs.
Dang,
Independence.
was that much?
33.5.
Oh,
yeah, I would have hammered that all day long. At Mingo. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
But this week, y'all are only a 19.5 point dog. so
we're trending.
Trended up.
Getting up there.
All right,
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Yeah, you're getting there. So
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
At least in before season we was 62. I promise you guys, I can't make it. So we was 62 point against Independence.
Dang.
I was like, I said, man, somebody is like, what are y'all doing?
Well, that just tells you how far
football?
things. Yeah, that just tells you what a good job this coaching staff's doing. The boys. Good things are happening up here on Minor Mountain. And this is something that everybody wants to be a part of right now. I could imagine. I'd say your phone battery stays dead.
I rarely ever. If I don't know you, I ain't picking it.
Yep.
You know me.
But
nah, we've been getting some great support, man. Them kids deserve it, but it's tough winning. Just put it that way.
Joe Kinzer says the Massey ratings say the Miners are a homecoming opponent for a reason.
That's true. They did put us. We are the homecoming game.
Yeah. So, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna go into some high school football talk. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time. If you've recently had a loved one pass, bring them to Hall & Jones Funeral Home in Virgie, Kentucky. We let you grieve in peace instead of worrying about a heavy financial burden of burying a loved one. Here at Hall & Jones, we have multiple chapels that can accommodate any size family. We look forward to helping you and your family here at Hall & Jones.
Successful challenge by Steve Kerr and the Warriors. At all. One dribble powers it. I'll drive and kick the punch. Primo for three.
Play with a reload three. Think of it that way.
Yeah, they're pitching on your territory.
Here at Logan Bank and Trust, we are committed to serving the needs of the Southern coalfields. So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away.
Here at LB&T, we make online banking easy.
We've taken the hassle out of applying for a loan on our new website. It's as simple as going to our lbnt.com website and choosing the loan product that best suits your needs.
Your loan on your time. Visit us at lbnt.com. You're only a click away.
So if you need to borrow money, remember, we are just a click away. It's easy to apply online at lbnt.com, and all decisions are made locally. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau agents wear a lot of hats. They're coaches, volunteers, church members, neighbors, someone who's there when you need them, especially when you need them most. That may be a lot of hats, but they're all the perfect fit. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Trailhead Bar and Grill.
Trailhead Bar and Grill, it's the most happening place in Matewan, West Virginia, guys. Saturday night, listen, that's a place that, you know, me and my wife come over for karaoke. It's just a good time there.
They also have like an Airbnb type thing across the road from them now too.
Oh, do they?
It's Trailhead Logging. I'll get the information.
Trailhead Lodging, yeah, they're put right there beside them. Yep.
Yeah, it's already open.
Is it open?
Oh, yeah, and it's beautiful.
I love it, man. I mean, that's the thing that I like is so many of these places. Trailhead Bar and Grill, Three Guys Pizza and Brew, Cheech's, Duluth Caboose. Yep. They're all playing ball games on Friday nights too, where you can go in, be comfortable, cheer on your favorite team. I mean,
we used to do that when we was in school.
Yeah,
and it's finally coming back.
Yeah, I love it, man. So we got a lot of people tuning in, guys. Don't forget, hit that like and share button. Get these numbers up. You know, you can also watch this on YouTube, but we will say if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you watch us on the phone so you can stay interactive with us.
Let me go ahead. Nicole Harmon said, while you're on break, I interrupt to remind you of middle school competition. I think that's cheerleading competition. It's November the 16th at the Wimpson Fieldhouse. So everybody make sure y'all get out there and support these young ladies. And it will be, what is it? I'm not sure who it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, Nicole, make sure, just type in here and let us know who's going to be there and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, and stay honest. If we ain't got nothing to do, we could make it happen where we could, because we're wanting to start doing more stuff for the cheerleaders. We got James Cowan says, "Go Paris Greyhounds."
Hey, listen, big shout out to the Greyhounds. You know, I know I always give them heck. That's just what I do. You know, I was at Bourbon. But, you know, I got to take my hat off to them men down there. They got them boys at, I think it's 5 or 6-0. They're going to play Bishop Brosner this week at a big game. KSR picked the game up. It's the KSR game of the week.
Huh?
Yes, sir. They're making
Paris
noise.
is on the KSR game of the week.
They're making noise down there. They got when I tell you they got a squad, they have a squad, man. And big shout out to them. And hopefully them boys can bring one.
Well, we got Jimmy Johnson said Jackson County will cover that 35 easy. We got Ryan Center says go LC. The Dogs will have to play a perfect game at Pond Creek this weekend. I agree. Matt Smith says I'm getting back home from work in time to drive to Scott to root you guys on. Coach Jones, you guys got something special going on. Love it. Said I've done called this game. Said we got this. We going to turn heads this Friday. Said Mingo by 6. We got
your predictions are correct.
Said yes, cheer. Nicole Harmon says, and Sanders Turner says hello from Breathitt County. We appreciate you tuning in, my man.
Yeah,
Sanders Turner, big friend of the program. We appreciate you. Hope you stick around here. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later, but that's something that I definitely want to hit on. Is this Friday, you're in my mind you're playing the Kennedy Award winner. I mean, I'm 100% behind Matt Fry for the Kennedy Award. I swear I've not seen a better player. As far as, just a kid that's polished and ready like him in Southern West Virginia. I mean,
I totally agree. He's hands down, not only on the field, off the field, he's a great human. Like I said, I know it's
good kid.
Yeah, I know his family. They're a good family, my family. Of course, I ain't talked to him this week or not like that, but Fry, he's hands down. He's a Kennedy Award winner.
We got to meet him a lot last year, and listen, I love them kids. The Hughes kid that we met, Connor Hughes, amazing kid, graduated now, but there's a few of them there. Sharps,
Jaden Sharps,
he was one of our favorites. Hopefully we return there in the future, so we can help them kids. But I look forward to this ball game. We're going to talk about it a little bit later. But as we're talking about last week's games, let's start with the Scott Skyhawks. You had Matt Fry in that one. We're going to we got some highlights here as Matt Fry was 19 for 26, 378 yards, 5
from
touchdowns.
The 7. Fry's going to keep it this time. Tries to bounce to the outside. He's got a lane into the end zone. Matt Fry puts it in there. This is the 4th drive of the game. Brenniger throws. What a pass. What a catch. Carson Brenniger. Touchdown. Brenniger in motion. He'll fake it twice. Dump over the middle to the tight end as he's got a chance. McCarthy all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. That's a little pop side to do. I'm going to fake it, give it on a little flip. Jet pass to Brenniger. He's in the track meet now. But can he beat Atkins? He does. That's a touchdown pass from Matt Fry. Out some signals, gets the snap, looks to the left, fires over the middle. Open is, guess who? Carson Brenniger. Power eye set for Chapmanville again. They'll give it this time to Andrew Topping. He gets to the edge,
and we're back here as we've seen. I don't know if you could hear, but Matt Fry was 19 for 26, 378 yards, 5 touchdowns through the air. He had 4 rushes, 33 yards, and a score on the ground. Preston Cooper rushed the ball 7 times for 53 yards. Carson Brenniger had 1 rush for 6 yards, 9 receptions, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jackson McCarty had 3 receptions for 134 yards and a score. Also had 1 sack on defense, and Ty Mitchell had 13 tackles to lead the Skyhawks. Now, Chapmanville, we didn't get the stats for them. So, that game right there, that was a game that, last year, it was a good ball game, but this year, they went in there and they just showed their dominance. They showed they was the better team, and, they come out and it looked like, it was one of them games where they come out to prove a point against a team that was just right down the road.
Well, I mean, it's no secret. I feel and my staff feel that Scott's one of the best team in the state. Is the top team in the state, especially around our area. And we're just ecstatic with the opportunity to go see where we're at.
Yeah.
Do we think we can win? Absolutely. We don't ever go into any game thinking we can lose or we can lose, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, anybody that's going up against a program like Scott, you're going to see where your team is at and what you need to work on.
I agree 100%. And that right there, that game is one of them that a lot of teams could get caught sleeping on. but Scott was prepared. They was ready, and
they don't take it lightly. You can watch their games and you can tell as soon as they're grinding.
They're very disciplined.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
Yeah. So moving to our Citizens Bank game of the week, Pike Central, 28-18 win over Floyd Central. Jameer Knuckles was 6 for 13, 40 yards and a score. Had 19 rushes for 155 yards, 3 touchdowns. Damon Scammell, 19 carries for 75 yards. We had Lane had 4 receptions for 27 yards. Mason Hess had a score and 4 yards rushing, while Malachi Anderson had 13 tackles. For Floyd Central, Coach Shelton was 11 for 28, 156 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions, but Brady Buck, 5 receptions, 72 yards. Yeah, Brody Buck.
I like Buck.
He's a stud, yeah. And then he had 5 receptions, 72 yards, 2 scores. Jacob Johnson had 21 tackles.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we had McDonald had 3 receptions for 65 yards and a score. Jameer Knuckles, I mean, this kid, we talked last week about that freshman class, but what Jameer Knuckles is doing, man, it's not so much like he's blowing you out of the water with his talent, which you can clearly see he's talented.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm really impressed with is his maturity, his game management, how he's controlling things. He is wide. He looks like a veteran out there right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing what it takes to win for his team.
Yeah.
And it's a big shout out to their coaching staff because they're not overdoing it.
Yeah.
Because you can overdo that, and try to feed this one, try to feed that one. Do what got you here, and they've been doing that. It's either throwing it or riding his back and getting some points, or riding their running backs getting some points, and letting the defense play football. And I really like that in their team.
Yeah, and it was a situation. Listen, hats off to Floyd Central, man. They come in, their running back P.J. Pearson, their star, was out. We didn't know it till we got up there. They had one kid in the backfield that has carried the ball twice ever for them. So big thing there. So when you take and look at what they did and how they almost won that ball game, that was really impressive, man, to see, them stick in it like that. The connection between the quarterback and Brody Buck, I mean, Pike Central just couldn't stop the pass.
Right.
But, it was one of them games when Sean Hager did a fabulous coaching job just to have his team in that ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yep. So we'll move on here to Breathitt. Now, this right here may have been the best game of the weekend. The 25-21 Letcher Central defeats Breathitt County at Breathitt. Now, in that game, Dylan Stacy was 8 for 13 for 89 yards and a score. Jaden Gibson, 20 rushes for 106 yards. And then we had John Holler, 3 rushes for 60 yards and a score. Corey Combs, 9 rushes, 22 yards and a score. Then Letcher Central, Gunnar Holbrook leading things with 12 for 13 passing, 135 yards, 3 scores. He also had 3 rushes for 51 yards. Quentin Williams had 7 rushes, 30 yards, 1 touchdown. Brett Smith had 5 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown. He also had an interception and 12 tackles on defense, and Kobe Johnson had 16 tackles. Now, what made this game so good was it came down, they was down a touchdown, and you seen the freshman, Gunnar Holbrook, put a drive together, lead his team down the field, and ended up connecting with the receiver. It was a tip ball. You can see it on the highlights. Tip ball.
I watched it.
The receiver ended up coming up with it, and Letcher Central pulled off a win that they really needed because, that they got a tough stretch coming up, and that was one of the ball games that, it was like, well, they need to take care of business there. So congratulations to Coach Matthews and the Cougars. Hopefully Breathitt County can get back on the winning track this week.
Yeah, that was huge. That was a huge game. I was watching it closely.
Yeah.
But that was a big time game, especially for Letcher.
Great job by our guys, friends at BSN. Putting that game on, they always do a fabulous job.
I was watching it.
And the lineman there at BSN, man, or BSN's son there, Evan Miller. Yeah, that kid is a monster.
He's a monster, man, and he's a big dog. I think he can go and play big time ball somewhere.
I agree 100%. So producer KJ sending us the break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back. We'll run down the rest of the games as well as the Mingy Beef Jerky Primetime Performers, Double Quick Player of the Week, and we'll also have the top 10 rankings coming up later while we get you ready for this coming week. Come right back and join us on Crunch Time.
Come visit the Huntington Ale House, where you get the best steak, burgers, and brews in the Mountaineer State. It's an all-American steakhouse, voted the #1 mac and cheese in West Virginia. We serve brunch all day. 48 draft beers on tap with the state's best craft beer selection. Half-price happy hour with half price on selection appetizers, drafts, and cocktails from 3 to 6 p.m. and again, 9 p.m. to close. The Huntington Ale House is also open to hosting events and parties in our upstairs section. Give us a call at 304-522-2537 or contact us via huntingtonale.com. We look forward to seeing you. Trailhead Bar and Grill in Maplewood, West Virginia is making sure trail riders and locals are staying happy and full. One thing's a guarantee at Trailhead is great food and great service. Come watch your favorite ball game, have a party, or we'll host your events at Trailhead Bar and Grill, proud supporter of the Mingo Central Miners and all mountain athletes.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Trailblazer Outfitters.
We got David Jones to my left. I'm Darryl McCoy, producer. KJ on the boards here as we got a lot of people tuning in, a lot of comments coming in as we see Weston Law says, go Betsy Lane. We got Kenneth Hatfield says, looking forward to the game Friday. Go Miners. Richie Belcher says, way to go, Coach Jones, and congratulations to you and your program. Great choice having D&D broadcast you guys.
Absolutely. So I know what's going to get us out there.
Listen, and absolutely, and we can't do what we do without Richie Belcher and the folks at Jim Mar.
And it's allowed my grandma to see every game, and that's been a blessing, honestly.
See, that right there, that's the stuff that people don't understand. It ain't just the college coaches that's watching. It's the family members that can't get out of the hollers, that can't get out because of COVID.
She can't, but she watched it and she'd be so excited.
Well, that's Jim Mar Services and our sponsors that make that happen. Adam Hill says, St. Joe football tuned in. Great job, fellas. Good luck this Friday, Coach.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yeah, so he's doing big things. Listen, we talked to Coach Hill before the season.
Yeah, great guy.
And, we're hoping to get up there and bring you guys. We know a lot of people's interested in Irish football, so hopefully we can get up there. I think they just got a JV schedule this year.
Yeah.
But we definitely want to get up there and show what Coach Hill's doing and the progress in the program.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then we got Paige Daniel says, don't forget the Midget League team. Get out and support them. Yes, ma'am. Seth Cox says, I hope y'all do come back to cover Scott. Listen, it's if they let us, we'll be back, brother. We love that. We love the community up there. Brandy Lafferty says, get them Bones. Yes, we're going to talk about later about Bones Lafferty.
Yeah.
He had 19 tackles the game before. He led his team in tackles again, a freshman. Being the star defensive player on his team.
That's not surprising, though. I remember as a middle school.
Oh, yeah, he's a freak. When you look at the kid, he looks like a young Lou Ferrigno.
Absolutely, yeah. I remember I was very enthused of him.
Kenneth Hatfield says, is D&D carrying the game Friday? Nope. The game will be on WCHS Friday night with Rivals.
Yeah, Mark Martin.
Yeah, so make sure you guys tune in to WCHS. Write it down right now. Sanders Turner says, guys, request a prayer for Jackson Keene. Jackson's one of the top. Yes, Jackson Keene over at East Ridge, guys.
Big praise for him.
Yeah, huge player in that 2026 class. He was our co-player of the year in that class. Great kid, great parents, come from good stock. So please make sure you keep Jackson in your prayers. We got, let's see, Dwight Gerald says, congratulations, Coach Jones, on your win. How about Jared Gerald and the Bobcats? Yes, sir, we're going to get to that, getting a big win over his former alma mater, Prestonsburg.
Big time.
Yeah, and then
I called it.
Yeah, Ryan Sanders says, tell me all I need to know. They need to be healthy when the dogs roll in. Talking about Belfry. David Thompson tuning in saying, hey, guys, hey, good luck, Coach, as Tulsa continues to roll on a 2-game winning streak. Did Pikeville pick up a game this week?
I don't think so.
Lewis asked.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've not heard anything yet.
I talked to Coach Sullivan actually the other day, and they hadn't at the
time. All right. So let's go back, talk about some more games this week. Ashland. Now, Ashland is down LeBron Strader.
So he is out.
Yeah. Now, before you play these, have you played the highlights yet, KJ? Well, listen. What Ashland's doing? We'll go ahead and play the highlights as I go over these stats here. We got Brandon Houston is 8 for 9, 108 yards,
Houston
1 TD.
Has a hole, and he's to the 30, 20,
yards,
15, 10.
Maverick
Brandon
Ashby
Houston
had
with
8
a lot of work
tackles.
in over the offseason
Braxton
as
Jennings had 10
counterplay.
carries, 78 yards.
Houston's going to
And then
take it.
Tyson
He's going to run, has room,
carried
cuts
the rock
back, and
he
Houston
passed the
gets
ball
into
9
the end
for
zone.
22, 104 yards, while he had 11 carries, 1 touchdown on the night. Austin Walker had 6 tackles.
This Ashland team is.
I'm sure Greenup
Listen,
County would be
this Ashland team right now, when you look at the rankings, they've been our number 1 team in the mountain. It's truly remarkable what they're doing as we can go ahead and it's remarkable what they're doing, this Ashland Tomcats team, without LeBron Strader back there. I mean, it's just like plug and play. I mean, they put their best receiver, a kid that's going to play next level wideout, back there at quarterback, and they've not missed a lick.
That RPO, what he did and can run like that, that is tough.
Listen, right now, this Ashland team, they are on a 5-game streak. As we throw up the graphic here, they're on a 5-game streak where they've scored 40-plus points. Okay. Now, that's without their quarterback. Now, when you look at this graphic, that's the first time that's been done since 1930. Yeah, 1930 they went undefeated, and look at the scores there: 61-0, 48-6, yeah, 71-0, 73-0, 91-0, 48-0, 83-0 I mean, and people these days, they would be whining and crying because they're blowing people out that bad. We've seen it in West Virginia. They're trying to change laws to prevent blowouts like that, and they act like it's never happened before. But you go look what Ashland it done then, and look what they're doing nearly a century later. Yeah. This Ashland team, there's a reason why they're the number 1 team in the mountains.
Absolutely, I totally agree. They've been some of my top teams anyway, and once like I said, I wanted to see what the quarterback would do, but I know they can pull that one out though. Yeah, Strader. This kid, if he continues on the path he's on, this kid has the potential to be a Division I quarterback. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, and he's got the weapons around him.
I agree.
He's got a great coaching staff that puts him in position.
That's it.
So he's got all the support he needs there, and it looks like Ashland's going to maybe run things for the next couple of years.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree with
that. So as you're sitting here, looking, that was the ones that we went in depth on. KJ, what was the rest of the scores around the region?
Ashland 63, Greenup 7. You had Lewis County 50, Bath County 8. Prestonsburg took a loss to Betsy Lane 33-14. Letcher Central 25, Breathitt County 21. West Carter lost to East Carter 34-28. East Ridge 56, Jenkins 6. Russell 27, Fleming County 12. Pike Central 28, Floyd Central 18. Corbin 42, Hazard nothing. Boyd County took a loss to Johnson Central 53-14. Lawrence County 33, Estill County 12. Leslie County 27, Paintsville 16. Belfry 42, McGoffin County 12. Perry Central 42, Martin County 21. Morgan County 50, Knott Central 34. Powell County 59, Fairview 16. Raceland 40, Newport Central Catholic 14. Scott 40, Chapmanville 7. Winfield 53, Logan 0. Man 69, Wyoming East 0. Mingo Central 24, Independence 6. Spring Valley got their first win, 49-12 over Riverside. Tulsa 36, Phelps 0. Wayne took a loss to Nitro 33-21. and E-Town beat Shelby Valley 62-27.
Now, when you look at them scores, there's a few of them that grab my attention there. You know, I mean, Johnson Central getting the big 53-14 win over Boyd County. I went back and looked at the stats there. Johnson Central only allowed 12 yards rushing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, man, that's not surprising.
They're
starting to get their kids back healthy again, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the issue, you know, and that just showed the dominance there. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they parlay that this week as Corbin rolls into town. But or I think it's at Corbin, ain't it?
I think Corbin comes to them.
Yeah, it's at JC.
Okay, well that's going to be very interesting. And then a couple of the other games, Russell 27-12 over Fleming County. Yeah. Russell finally looks like they got things clicking.
Click now.
Yeah, we grew up with Russell of power.
Oh yeah.
We
played them our state semifinal game.
Yeah.
That was something like that. Yeah.
Mike Conley says no, it's at Corbin.
Y'all played them too. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's at
it's at Corbin. Okay.
And as you're sitting here, East Carter won the Battle of the Barrel. Then Paintsville. Now, they lost to Leslie County. We know, and I think the quarterback got hurt, Leslie County's QB.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Collette, and Landry Collette. And after, he's having a great season, I hope that this isn't a lingering injury, but it seemed like, it was pretty serious from what I've seen on Facebook. Somebody let us know how he's bouncing back from that. But Paintsville, they're getting some really good play from their young players right now. That young class with A.J. Johnson, Bones Lafferty, Kane Grimm's playing really well right now too, but, they just ain't able to turn that into wins yet. And, it's scary. If you're a Tigers fan, you're going into Eastridge, that's a must-win game for you next week.
Yeah, and I think, as a coach, I've been there, done that with a young team, and, they just need to stay the course. They're young, and I think people better get them right now.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you, next year and the year after that and the year after, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I agree 100%. I mean, this is the year you've got to get them. Get your licks in.
You better get your licks in now. You better not disrespect them either by getting your licks in, because I think the next 3 years or whatever is going to be something serious.
Coach Hoskins is going to have them back on top. The Lawrence County, now Estill County was red hot. And Lawrence County got that big win over them, 33-12. This Lawrence County team, this is, turning out to be, and we knew it whenever we heard that Coach Frazier come over as their OC. We knew their offense would be a lot better. And, it looks like they're starting to pass the ball, a little bit more, and you're seeing why he won a state title as, in middle school. Him and Coach Short is a great combination down there. And, what Coach Short's doing with this team, this is one of his best coaching jobs, because a lot of people, thought that it's like, well, they lost a lot last year, and, a lot of people was making excuses for them to be able to step back. But looks like to me they put their foot on the gas and moving forward.
I think so also.
Yeah. So then, obviously the big one that we need to talk about is Mingo Central, 24-6, coming in a 33.5-point dog. Dylan Vance ended up to over 200 yards rushing. Then y'all got another score on defense.
Malachi scored at one also.
Yeah.
And then. Did we get a score on D? No, we didn't score on D. Malachi scored.
Ross
and Dylan.
Yeah.
Okay, you had 5 defensive touchdowns this year, y'all do. But what y'all done to Independence, that was truly remarkable, because, everybody knows the infamous record. You're like 94-3 when you score 30 points. Well, this was one of them games you didn't score 30, but you still found a way to win. Did you ever dream in your wildest dreams? I know you thought and you was confident you was going to win, but did you think you would win like that?
I knew, only thing that we didn't know is if we can win with adversity, because we never been in it. We left probably 3 or 4 touchdowns out on the field by shooting ourselves in the foot. But we knew if we could just overcome adversity, play our type of game, we can win it. And we don't care if we win by 1 point or a half of a point. You know, win is a win. Yep. Ugly. It was an ugly win to us. You know, we had to get back to the drawing board and just fix some things. You know, we was playing. We lost Monty Lovett that second play of the game. So you know, Chaz had to come in and he played both sides. of the ball.
Chaz Wayne stepped up big time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, we had to overcome some adversity there, and you know, we had a couple of guys go out on the defensive back end. Aiden Burke start cramping up and stuff, and you know, we had some guys to go in and you know and fill those voids, and that's what we got here. And we finally got Bo Hatfield. There's one kid I've been very high on. He's a freshman from Gilbert, and he's a stud. And you might see him some this Scott game, but nobody has seen him yet. But I'm gonna tell you right now, he's one of the next up-and-coming safeties here, all-around athletes.
I want to hear about the freshman Tegan Hackney again, 13 tackles.
And I was getting to him. Him and Lakeith Struthers, man.
Yes.
Listen, they're big dogs there. You know, we couldn't ask for anything better. We want to clean up some things with them, though, because, you know, they don't always do what we tell them.
Yeah.
But they make up for it, getting those tackles and tackle for losses, and they complement each other very well. And you know, they rely on that defensive front to allow them to make tackles, and they do.
Well, that was a huge win up here. You know, I mean, I know, you know, going into that game, you know, it was the biggest game of your coaching career. Well, this week you got another biggest game of your coaching career, and when you reach this point, you know, that's what you got, you know, here moving forward. So, and it's not only, we'll talk about that game in a little bit, but, you know, I mean, this is, you know, maybe the biggest game since the state title game, you know, back a few years ago. So it's going to be definitely interesting. But you look at some more West Virginia teams. Tulsa got the big 36-0 win over Phelps. And seems like Coach Thompson has got the Rebels rolling there.
Yeah, he does. And I'm ecstatic about that, man, because, you know, growing up from 8-1, you know, Tulsa was always one of our rivals. Yep. And they know football there, and they play good football. Real hard-nosed football at that. And it's great to see them getting back to a level of competitiveness and the competition that they're getting at. And I'm just happy to see that, and kudos to the coaches out there.
Well, and
they got some players.
Oh, yeah, they do. Listen, Parker Watts. Yeah, and then you got that young freshman QB, Evans. I mean,
and they're only going to get better.
Yep.
You know.
I agree. But, you know, Parker Watts, that's a kid that, you know, he's going to be a kid that's going to play next level basketball. Yeah. But if he wanted to, this is a kid that could be a Division I wideout if he put the work in.
Absolutely.
He's that athletic.
Yes, he is.
So, and then 62-27, a score that's probably the biggest shocker of the week is E-Town taking down Shelby Valley.
That surprised me.
Surprised me big time.
But we told everybody it's hard to play in E-Town.
Yeah.
It is so hard to play in E-Town, and it showed.
Well, and the thing that they got to clean up is the picks.
Yeah.
You know, Russ Osborne I think somebody said he had 4 picks. I've not seen the official stats on it, but, you know, I mean, that's something that's, you know, really turnovers is killing Shelby Valley right now. This is a dynamic team that can do big things. If they get the turnovers cleaned up, this team could go, you know, they could win a couple rounds in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So as we're going to sit there, we're going to go ahead and take a quick early break. We'll come back, read your guys' comments, and then we will release the Mingy Beef Jerky Primetime Performers, Double Quick Player of the Week, and this week's Mountain Top 10. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
Smoking Hot Vape Shop in Inez, Kentucky carries a wide selection of disposable vapes, juice, mods, batteries, and accessories, as well as a great selection of Delta products. Smoking Hot guarantees authenticity of products and allows you to try before you buy on disposable products using a sanitary test tip. Open 7 days a week. Stop in and check them out. Find them on Facebook or visit their website, SmokingHotKY.com, for complete hours. Stop by and see your friends at the end of Route 3.
If you're injured in a car wreck, don't delay. Give me a call today, Justin Markham. Here at Markham Law Office, we will fight for you. Don't settle for a handshake and a small check from the insurance companies. Give us a call. Don't take on the big insurance companies alone. We will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Here at Markham Law Office, you're more than a client. You're family, and we take care of family. Give me a call, Justin Markham, attorney at law.
If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Jim Marr Services.
Jim Marr, right now, guys, if you're looking for a job, an opportunity at a good life for you and your family, go to Jim Marr right now. They will get you a job doing whatever you want to do in the coal fields. Jim Marr, changing people's lives here in the mountains.
Every bit of it. I know a couple of guys that they've changed their life big times.
Absolutely. Real quick, we want to give a shout out to Caitlin Sloan at Phelps. You know, she was one of the top 8th graders in the mountains this year. You know, was doing big things, averaging like 25 a game. Yes. And she ended up getting hurt this weekend at the crossover cancer tournament at Fleming Neon. And it's a knee injury, so hopefully this isn't something that's going to linger or turn into something bad, because I know Coach McCoy was really excited about her.
She plays varsity ball too, right?
Yeah. Yep. So make sure you keep her in your prayers,
big
guys.
Prayers for her.
Yeah. So as we're sitting here, Mike Conley says you're going to have our back on Pick'em this week, Jones.
You know it, big dog.
So you're going to pick JC over Corbin?
Listen, don't. He trying to get me here.
Listen, Mike's my guy, man. When I moved to Paintsville,
Mike is my guy too.
I had probably about 4 flats in a matter of about 3 months. And every time that man come, not only did he come and he changed my tire, would take it, get it. I mean, he done everything,
That's
took
awesome.
Care of me down there, man.
Dude. He's real good.
Yeah, I didn't have any family in Paintsville, and Mike Conley quickly become family.
That's awesome.
So
ask Darryl, are you gonna have?
We'll see. Lewis Ratliff says Russ is averaging 2 picks a game over his career. That's something, man, that, Russ, he's got to clean that up. But, I kind of look at Russ Osborne as a Brett Favre. He's going to do things that no other quarterback can do.
Right.
But he's also going to take chances that's going to get him in trouble sometimes. But try to find somebody else that can do what he can do.
Right. I would take him all day. There's some things it's called circumstantial picks.
Yep.
And there's a lot of things that happen in a game. You may try to be looking at certain things and you throw one. It's not on a QB. He's been unselfish, but he's throwing a pick, Yep. And there's a lot of times when you're rushing the ball, you have to 2-minute drill and stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into it. I don't really look into it unless this becomes a nuisance.
Yep.
But they're still putting up points.
Yeah, I agree. The Ryan Center says Tulsa lineman Drew Prince is the anchor of that line. Yeah, he's doing big things. We watched him on film the other day. Really like what he's doing. Now, he's talking about our guy Connor Hughes. We fell in love with him last year. He's tuning in. He says Scott's going to be very hard to beat. Got a lot of weapons.
You're absolutely right.
Yep. Said Mike Conley says Darryl said we struggled on offense. Then we put up 53.
That's it, Mike.
Yeah.
That's it. He sure did. I remember that.
Got to light that fire. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes this week. See if that offense puts up 53.
They got two D linemen, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
who's the Smith twins? Are they Smith?
The Smith boys, yes.
Yeah. They're twins.
Yeah, they're
twins.
They're going to Kentucky?
Yep. It was going to Michigan, but come here, ended up flipping.
Of course, when they come to Kentucky, they going to Kentucky, y'all.
So
that was a done deal.
Yeah. Big shout out there as you're sitting, this week was a dynamic week, man. You had a lot of people, and still, guys, I got to tell it again, guys. Coaches, get your stats in at a reasonable time, because what you're doing is you're killing your players. Because, if your stats, I'll be as honest as I can. If they're not in by Tuesday morning, you're not getting written about. If they're not in by probably Monday at about 5, 6 o'clock, there's no media outlet that will give them weekly awards, because that's when the awards are coming out. So get your stats in. And even if you can't get all the stats, go get, say, if you know a good player, well, this kid had a good game, get his stats and get them into the media outlets. I mean,
somebody just get them in. Like,
that's it. Help us help you.
Yeah, if we notice it, we will research it. So don't worry about messing up on anything, because we'll research it. But just get them in. If you know about the kid getting them, just send it in so to help them out.
Like I said, Coach Brew, as you call him, Coach Brewer, last year, Coach Brewer messaged, he's like, hey, guys, why ain't my team getting any love? He's like, Darryl, you live right across from the school. Why ain't you giving us any love? Your son goes here. You're a Black Cat now. And I explained to him, and, to Coach Brewer's credit, Coach Brewer is normally the first coach to have his stats up on Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday. Yeah, so
you hear that, Joe?
Yeah, I mean he's really working for his players, and you're seeing that's why people knows.
Yeah, Joe Kinser's been doing a heck of a job for us here, man, and we finally got all of our stuff, and he's updated everything on Matt's Preps. He getting everything into you guys too.
He does an amazing job.
He does an amazing job, man.
So Jason Blair says, good luck this week, David. Talk to the fan down at Anderson County.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it. I'm a big fan of Anderson County, too, man.
Our guy, Bad News, Brett Coleman, tuning in. Brett, good luck this week as UPike returns to action. So, double quick player of the week, KJ. Who do we got?
Player of the week is Braden McGlone from Lewis County. He had 22 carries, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. He also had 11 tackles, and 5 of them was tackles for loss, as Lewis County beat Bath County 50-8.
So 4 touchdowns, and then on defense, the young man, 11 tackles, 5 tackles for loss.
He had a huge game.
Yeah, I mean, the McClone name carries a lot of weight in that area, and that kid, he's really repping the family name. So congratulations to the Lions, Coach Marshall and crew up there, as they're doing huge things. Aiden Cooper, this week we done the game last year against Fleming County. That's the game they got this week. We was hoping to get up there and do it, but things didn't work out. So good luck to both of them teams up there. Mingy Beef Jerky primetime performers are who, KJ?
Isaiah Atkins from East Ridge had 7 receptions, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 carries for 71 yards and a touchdown, and 3 2-point conversions. Matt Fry of Scott, 19 of 26, 378 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 4 carries for 33 yards and a touchdown. Jameer Knuckles of Pike Central, 19 carries, 155 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 passing. And Caden Woolham of Belfry, 12 carries, 210 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 passing. And that's probably out of the quarterback position, wasn't it?
Yeah. Didn't Chapman come back?
I don't know.
I thought he was back healthy again.
Yeah, so I don't know if Tristan Chapman, somebody let us know, but Caden Woolham stepping in, I seen him at B-Dubs, and he was very pleased with his play this week. And why wouldn't you be with stat line like that?
Yeah, that's a big time.
So
he's a stud though. He can play ball.
Yeah, big shout out to him there, man. That win over McGoffin, they took care of business. And the Isaiah Atkins, I mean, if he has a game like that against Paintsville, it's going to be hard for Paintsville to go in there and get that win.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
So, and then Stevie Todd's doing a fabulous job on the defensive side. Maybe Stevie Todd Lane is one of the best linebackers in the business.
Yeah.
I mean, what he's doing this year is truly remarkable with the numbers he's putting up.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
So the Clyde Dingus says no, Tristan Chapman didn't play. Then said Aiden did play quarterback. Logan Barker said Caden Woolham is a dog. He can make plays everywhere on the field. Agree with that. We got Drew Moore says Mingo fan been saying we want Scott. Well, this week they will get their chance. Scott wins at home.
The only people I've heard saying they want Scott It's what's on our schedule.
That's well. So
hey, they picked us as their homecoming game. That's all the billboard we need.
No, it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, I can't wait to pick that game. But as we rounded out this week's score, let's go, KJ. Let's see.
Hold on, Donovan, go to bed.
One of your players up.
Yeah, I see Coach
Val Delamar.
Yeah. Let's see here real quick. Mountain top 10. Who do we got?
The rushers?
Yep. No.
Oh, okay, the top 10 ranking. I got you. Here we go. Number 1 stays with Ashland with 17 votes for first place. Raceland stays at number 2 with 2 first place votes. Pikeville's at 3. Scott's at 4 with one first place vote. Mingo jumped a spot to number 5. Belfry dropped a spot to number 6. Johnson Central stayed the same at 7. Lawrence County up a spot to 8th. Betsy Lane jumped 2 spots to 9. And Pike Central jumped 4 spots to 10.
So as you're sitting here looking, I mean, Ashland still stays at number 1. You had Raceland and Scott both getting first place votes. And then Mingo Central, that's the older one. Let's see, that's week 4 that had there. Let's try to get updated here as we catch up with the. Now here you go. Raceland had 2 first place votes. Scott had 1. Mingo Central climbs a place to 1. As you're looking, I mean, the others receiving votes, KJ, was
Letcher Central at 5. Greenup County had 3 votes. Perry Central 3. East Carter 3. Prestonsburg 1. Man 1. And Shelby Valley 1.
So all of them dropped out. Right now, when you look at this top 10, where did we go wrong?
I'm always honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think it should be Ashland. Scott, Raceland, Pikeville, Belfry, Johnson Central, us, then the rest.
So you think that Belfry and Johnson Central should still be ahead of y'all?
Absolutely.
Listen,
I've coached in Kentucky, and of course I'm coaching in West Virginia. I'm a realist. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. It's some good ball in Kentucky, and just the scheduling wise, from Belfry and Johnson Central, I would put them ahead of us right now. Yes, we did prove that with Independence, absolutely. Yeah. But we still got a long way to go.
I'll be as honest as I can be. This right here was just about spot on with my votes that I sent in, but the only thing I had Belfry in front of y'all.
Yeah.
I still had y'all at 6, because I thought like with y'all that win over Independence, because last week I was like, well, I don't know, I would put Johnson Central ahead of y'all. Well, the win over Independence gave y'all that marquee win where I could say, okay, they're the real deal. Now I don't know that I would have jumped Belfry now, but we got 20 people that votes on this.
Yeah, I get it. I understand that, but I'm just being a realist. I know Belfry ball, and I know that they're banged up.
Yeah,
but everything will play out for itself. I'm just being a realist of where we're at as our program, and understanding what's over in Kentucky, what's over here in West Virginia,
And how about Lawrence County?
I don't care about rankings, so.
Yeah. Well, Lawrence County jumped up to 8th. Kind of took the spot of Greenup County there. And Betsy Lane, we said it last week, everybody was complaining that they wasn't in the top 10.
Well, they had to beat Preston.
That's it, yeah. I mean, because I'll still go back and
they handle it. That's why they're not at 10, they're at 9.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they won impressively.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
So, what that was, I still stand behind my thoughts was up to that point they had played a cupcake schedule, and now I know that gets me in trouble with the Betsy Lane fans, but I call it like I said, and I'm sure. Listen, I promise you, Coach Quillen and Coach Darryl, I guarantee if you get them to the side and you talk to them, they'll be like, yeah, it ain't been the toughest schedule, but they knew what kind of team they had anyways. We didn't get to see them like that, so they went out there on Friday night. I went and watched that film, man. the thing that jumped out to me was their dominance in the trenches. You know, I mean, this team is a lot bigger than what I thought it was. And the quarterback, Carter Parsons, you know, it's like they're playing backyard football out there. Yeah. You know, I mean, that's what it kind of reminds you of.
Yeah, they are making big plays. They are stopping the offenses, and that's something that I haven't been used to Bex Lane to do. Stop their defenses playing big ball, and not only that, you know, their offense is creating points.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, with that recipe, you're gonna do big things. That's why I picked you guys.
Well, you know, Coach. Well, you know, Coach Darryl.
No, I picked Bex Lane. Me and you both went Bex Lane.
Yeah, you make one now.
I was always make one.
You know, Coach Darryl is when you take a look at.
I totally agree, Braxton. They have been slept on.
When you take a look at the win that Coach Darryl got there, you know, that was the first time since 1986 that they had won that. And that was a situation where, you know, I mean, you know Coach Darryl went home and slept good at night, because that's a win that really he had been waiting for up there, you know, on the mountain. Yeah. And now, I mean, it's, you know, now he just has to take care of business the rest of the time. You know, I think, is it Betsy Lane that they have left on their, or did they got Shelby Valley? I think they play Shelby Valley. Somebody let me know. That's going to be a game, another game where they'll have another chance to prove like whether they belong up there with the Lawrence counties of the world. You know, so
that's the next phase.
That's it.
You're absolutely right, and I understand, because that's where I'm talking about. That's where we're at in these phases.
Yeah. Oh, I agree 100%. And somebody said, as you know, we seen somebody pop on there, said Mingo Central game is at 7.
It is at 7.
Yeah, not 7:30.
Yeah, we changed it. Coach Dillon, he had called me later this week. We changed it because of the it's going to be live on TV.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be a 7 o'clock kickoff.
Remember, guys, you can watch that on WCHS Friday Night Rivalries. So
and they have a Facebook you can watch it on also.
Yeah. So Facebook. You can watch it on. You can go on there. We posted it on there. You can go look at the TV channels. You can watch it, or you can stream it on their Facebook and YouTube channels. Yeah. So they make it very easy for you to watch. So as you're sitting there looking at the top 10. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do Pigskin Pick'em, and I can't wait because I'm going to dominate y'all again.
I won last week, by the way.
Come right back and join us.
At Giovanni's Pizza in West Logan, we got subs, calzones, wings, pizza, and more. Stop by today. Great service with great deals. We also got a newly renovated and remodeled dining room where you can enjoy your game day celebrations or relax after a trail ride. We look forward to seeing you at Giovanni's in Logan, West Virginia. Gracie and Tate Merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks! Let the folks at Double Quick help you start your 2022 off right. They've brought back the Bourbon Pecan Coffee for a limited time only. You can also quench your thirst with the great deals on fountain drinks they offer daily. Double Quick is your one-stop shop for everything. They offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can stop by one of their many storefront locations spread throughout eastern Kentucky. Stop by and let Double Quick make your day better.
This is Bruce Walters from Bruce Walters Kia. By now you know Kia is a great vehicle, and you know they come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. So why should you buy from Bruce Walters Kia? At Bruce Walters Kia, we're going to change your oil for free for life. And what you do with that money you save is up to you. Come check out the 2022 Kia Carnival and the 2021 Kia Sorento. Only at Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. Or shop us online at brucewalterskia.com.
All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Appalachian Medical.
Appalachian Medical doing their best to make sure all your medical needs are rich. I was really surprised at how many offices they have throughout our coverage area. It's something that they're very easy to get a hold of, and they do a great job attending to their patients and their clients. So Appalachian Medical. Guys, make sure you hit that like and share button. David Jones to my left. I'm Darryl McCoy. We got producer KJ on the boards as we are sitting here looking. We got a ton of people tuning in. And we got Braxton Dillon says Betsy Lane defense has been slept on.
I agree with that.
Yep. Sanders Turner says hello, Gus and April Sloan. I'm waiting for these guys to shout out Kinzer. He had a heck of a game last week. Kinzer Sloan always putting up.
That's my guy.
Yeah, big numbers. So
that's no surprise. That's my guy. We're gonna be watching him on Saturdays. I can guarantee that.
Oh yeah. If that kid doesn't getting offer, shame on the coaches, because that kid, I mean, he's got the body, the frame, the head, the athleticism. I mean, he's got the total package.
I don't want to forget, I do want to give a big shout out to the Mingo Miners Midget League for sweeping Logan last weekend. It was great to see.
Yep.
All ABC teams, they all won. So congratulations, fellas.
So, absolutely. And Ashley Dalton says, see you guys tomorrow. Bring Coach Jones over with you as Chapmanville takes on Madison. Yeah, and then Tegan Hackney says Coach Jones. So he's up too. He's up too.
Go to sleep.
I'll
get him tomorrow.
Be running on
So, guys, hit that like and share button. Don't forget, you can watch it on our YouTube channel as well as dndsports.com, where you can go and get all the action on upcoming games. You can get the recaps of the last week, and you can get live scores on the top. So all across, you don't even have to go to the game. We've got you covered with up-to-the-minute updates on top of dndsports.com every Friday night. Just go on there if you're interested in a game. We'll have it up there, up-to-the-minute scores. So make sure you guys go do that. And as we're getting ready here, KJ, Pigskin Pick'em here.
All right, here we go.
Crunch time. Pigskin Pick'em.
Not very good. So as we're sitting here, David, talking about hooping, and he did used to hoop, but just not very good. So as we're doing the Pigskin Pick'em here last week, guys, I think I dominated the competition. We'll get the official numbers in, but KJ, as we got the first game, what is it?
We all know actually who dominates the competition, because I killed y'all last year. Killed y'all.
You're living in the past. Living in the past.
Rowan County at Ashland.
Ashland's going for 744th win all time. They're 22-0 versus Rowan County, but Rowan County is 2 wins away from 300, and they're going to stay that because Ashland is going to continue with 6 straight games of putting up 40-plus points.
I agree.
Yep.
East Carter at Bath County. East
Carter, Bath County. Bath has dropped 13 of its last 15. East Carter leads the series, 11-10. Bath County has won 3 of 4, though. 3 of the last 4. But I don't think they have a chance of winning this one. I think East Carter comes in, Coach Champ dominates.
Lawrence County at Belfry. Is Belfry healthy? Will they be healthy this week? Are they all coming back?
Belfry.
Well, as you're sitting here, this is on Pond Creek. Pirates are going for their 650th win all time. Their 120th win at Haywood Field. Pirates lead this series 29-10 all time. Last year, the Bulldogs snapped a 25-game skid against the Pirates. LC trying to start the season 5-1 for the 3rd straight year. This is one of them, man. Belfry's not going to be caught sleeping. I think Belfry feels a little disrespected. They're trying to, get that respect back to Pond Creek, and I think that, Lawrence County, who knows when if they have to play again, but I think this one right here, regular season, I think Belfry takes care of business.
Greenup County at Boyd County.
That's a good one.
Greenup at Boyd. This is one of the best games of the week.
It's at Boyd?
Yep.
I want to say Greenup, but it's at Boyd.
Yep. It's not on the farm.
Right. They beat them last year too. Greenup did, didn't they?
Yep.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Greenup.
You going Greenup?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Rhett, Holbrook, and Lions. I think they take care of business at home.
I'm going Greenup.
Okay, now Greenup, of course, got blew out by Ashland, so they're coming in a little ticked off. Yeah. So they got every reason. Yeah, and Tyson Salmons was held to. It was low rushing. I think it's like 37 yards or something. Yeah. So he's going to be on a tear to prove a point. But Boyd County's tough at home, so I'm taking him.
Somerset at Breathitt County.
Give me Breathitt in this.
This here was actually the point spread wasn't as bad as I thought. It was like 6.5, but I think Somerset is. I just see them right now on a different level than Breathitt.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Breathitt is still trying to get things together. Now having the quarterback back really helps them because we've seen them. I want to see the Breathitt that me and you and KJ seen earlier this year because that was a good football team.
Yeah.
We've not seen that football team since that night at Perry Central.
Right. I agree with
if we see that, they can win it. But until I see it, I'm going with Somerset.
I'm going Somerset. Johnson Central at Corbin.
Go ahead, Darryl.
I'll just start Corbin.
Corbin, big.
So y'all gonna just leave me out?
Yeah.
Mike, you my dude. But I'm gonna go on Corbin on this one because I can't have these guys beating me.
Morgan County at Covington Holy Cross.
Morgan County at Covington Holy Cross. Oh man, that's a tough one because I know Morgan. I like Morgan. They play. Give me Covington Holy Cross.
Morgan County has the number one rusher in the mountains in Cameron Rogers right now. He's the only kid that's hit the 1,000.
Where they playing it at?
It's at Covington Holy Cross.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going with Covington Holy Cross. So I still think Morgan County. I think they're having a good season, but this is that next step.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're ready to take that next step yet.
Give me Morgan County.
He must know something.
Yeah.
Paintsville at East Ridge.
You're killing me doing that stuff, man. Give me Paintsville.
Paintsville.
I'm going to say the folks on Lick Creek takes care of business.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say Isaiah Atkins and them. I just, Paintsville right now, they've not been able to turn some good play into wins. And, East Ridge has showed like they've won the games that they're supposed to win. So, we'll see.
Mike, I got you. I got you. If you pull this one out, I got you. I got you a sweatshirt.
So bringing out the big bucks, getting a sweatshirt. I see how you are.
Nicholas County at Fairview.
Nicholas County
at Fairview. Nicholas.
Raceland at Hazard. Raceland.
I think this is a 30.5 point spread. I'm taking Raceland even more than that. This Hazard team is really struggling right now.
Yeah.
So
they got a squad coming up though.
Oh yeah, they absolutely do. And listen, I love the coach up there.
Yeah.
But when they lost their offensive coordinator, it really caught them off guard because it was late losing him this summer. So they're still trying to overcome that. But I think this isn't your Hazard of old.
Right.
This is kind of a rebuilding year, I guess, and I'm going to say Raceland takes care of business.
Jackson County at Jenkins.
Jackson County.
Floyd Central at Knott Central.
And this is a little tricky. This is tricky for me, but I'm going to go Floyd Central.
No, it is a scary one, because Knott can beat them, but I think Floyd Central, though, they're playing good football right now.
Yeah.
I really like what they're doing on defense. They got good special teams play. I just think that, they're going to be too much, especially if B.J. Peterson's back and healthy.
I agree.
And Coach Hager told me that he was just going to be out last week because I think this starts district play because Knott's in their district now. So, he wanted to keep Peterson healthy for that. So, yeah. So I think Floyd takes care of business.
Fleming County at Lewis County. Give me Fleming.
Fleming at Lewis. Give me Fleming.
Fleming at Lewis. Listen, last year Fleming County on D&D Sports took care of business, or 2 years ago at Lewis County. I think Lewis County gets redemption here. I think Aiden Cooper and them. I really like this Lewis County team, man. This is a good football team, and they're dangerous. They can put some points up.
Powell County at McGoffin County, the Citizens Bank game of the week.
Is Powell County's
yeah, he's back. Yeah.
You go.
I think Coach Darryl right now. I think they got Aiden Barnett back, and when you got Aiden Barnett, you got the best player on the field. You got the best athlete on the field when Aiden Barnett's on the field. So I think that Powell County, they're going to come in, they're going to run the football. That's what they do. I think McGoffin County breaks a couple key plays and gets this win. I think it's going to come down to a big play.
I'll go McGoffin.
I'm going McGoffin. Prestonsburg at Martin County.
Now, that Powell and McGoffin, real quick before we go off that, right now Powell County's trying to string together a winning streak for the first time since 2018. Powell is 11-1 versus McGoffin, and the Hornets' only win was in 2000. McGoffin right now trying to avoid first 1-6 start since 2005. So there's a lot at stake for both teams here, So I look forward to that one. Citizens Bank game of the week you can catch right here on D&D Sports. KJ, who was the next one?
Prestonsburg at Martin County.
So this game right here, Prestonsburg is 9 wins away from 600. Prestonsburg is 20-8 against schools from Inez. They're 0-3 against Martin County. But they was 20-5 against Sheldon Clark. They have not beat Martin County, and this spread was ridiculous. 30.5 points.
What? For Martin County?
Yeah, 30.5 point favorite Martin County. And I love Martin County. Tate Crum and crew, man. Yeah. He's one of my favorite linemen, period, in the mountains. I think they got really good backs. They got a good coaching staff.
I don't know, man.
I'll start it. I'm going Martin County at home.
It's at home?
Yep.
I'll give me Martin County.
I think Black Cats get back on the winning track. And I think they take care of business. I think. Last game, Bryce Holbrook, that was the first game we actually seen him show up and look like a freshman. I think this week here, I think he, gets things going again, and they turn that into a win. Just because I think that they, if it gets into a scoring match, I think Prestonsburg has the ability to put more points on the board than Martin County.
I agree. That
Russell at West Carter. Russell
at West Carter. Normally, West Carter here of late has always dominated up there in that area, with a great run there for Coach Daniel Barker. But I just think this Russell team right now, they're clicking at the right time. And that running back they got, Richardson Cruz, he is nasty.
Oh, yeah.
And they got some dynamic wideouts. This is a really good Russell team. And I just think West Carter right now, they're still trying to find their identity. It's going to be too much.
Our Logan Bank and Trust game of the week, Chapmanville at Herbert Hoover. Hoover.
Let me get Hoover in this one.
I'm going to take Hoover. That it's definitely going to be interesting, but I think that Hoover, I think Joey Fields right now is Chapmanville. This is one of them. They're having a solid season, but this is a step up in competition, and I think Joey Fields takes care of business.
Hoover started 0-2 last year and was in the state championship game.
Yep.
Wayne at Lincoln County. Wayne.
Get Wayne.
Wayne. The Pioneers need this one.
Yeah.
Clay County at Logan.
We get Clay.
Clay.
I'm going to say Logan. I think Logan is 3.5 point favorite, and I think they cover that 3.5.
David's not picking this one, Darryl. Mingo Central at Scott. I'll let you pick first.
Okay. Mingo Central and Scott. Now, Miners is going for their first 6-game win streak since 2019, trying to start the season 6-0 since the first time since 2017. Miners lead this series 6-1. Miners are 4-0 in Madison. Skyhawks have never beat Mingo Central in Madison. As you're sitting here looking, Miners going for win 95. Scott is going for win 413. Matt Fry is averaging 330 yards. He has 19 TDs on the year with just 3 interceptions. Miners defense right now has 5 defensive touchdowns and is giving up just 11 yards passing in the last 3 games. Is an average of 11 yards. Them are impeccable numbers when you look at that, what the defense is doing. I mean, this Mingo Central team, that win against Independence, I think solidifies Mingo Central as one of the top dogs. You know, giving up only 11 yards in the last 3 games passing, that is impressive. Yeah. But it's not going to happen this week. You know, Matt Fry, I think, you know, I don't know that, you know, he's going to come out and put up 400 like he normally does. But, you know, I mean, I definitely see a 230-yard game in him. And I think right now, you know, as you said, this is the biggest game in Coach Jones's career here. You know, we've been right there, you know, by David's side the whole time, and he started his coaching career when he started D&D Sports Network with me. So, you know, I just think that this game right here, this is one when everything's going the Miners' way. I think this is a reality check. I think that Scott gets the win.
Well, we keep saying for the last 4 weeks, we've seen what Mingo does this week. Yep. We'll see what Mingo does this week. We'll see what Mingo does this week. We'll see what Mingo does this week. And they just keep proving us wrong. Like I said last week, I've drank the Kool-Aid. I'm going with the Miners, baby.
Going with the Miners?
I'm going with Mingo. They're going into Scott, and they're going to pull off the upset.
Yeah, this is huge, man. Scott, they're the number 1 team in 2A, right? Yeah, so, I mean, this is one, you know, I could see, you know, I mean, it's going to be tough because somebody's going to take the L here. You know, it's the battle of the undefeated. I will tell you that 19.5 I think is way too much. I mean, I don't see it being that. I think it's going to be one that's going to come down to about, you know, to about 12. You know, I think that's going to be the point spread, but you know, it's one of them where, you know, I mean, this is one of them, you know, you really get to see what you got here. You know, the last game, you know, that right there, we seen what Mingo was. This game here, this solidifies what we think Mingo is. If y'all get this win, then the entire state's going to shut up. You know, I mean, this will be the one that propels y'all into a long playoff run where possibly a state, we're talking state title if they win this week. So, you know, that's it's heavy. You know, but I mean, at home, Matt Fry's senior year, you know, that it's going to be tough. You know, I just, you know, but this Mingo defense may be one of the best defenses we've seen in the last 3 to 5 years. You know, I mean, with what they're doing defensively, KJ, only giving up that many yards, you know, and how they're scoring the football in defense. That's the thing that I like. You know, you always say there's 3 phases of the game. And, you know, offense, defense, special teams. Well, Mingo's playing all 3 of them. That's what makes them scary in this game. But, you know, we'll see Friday night, WCHS. You can watch it on WCHS.
Well, Independence don't score that game if it ain't a muff punt.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mingo Central's starting defense has only gave up
6 points.
6 points all year.
And that was a muff punt that put Independence on the 13-yard line.
Yeah, think of that. That is crazy that you played that many games.
That's good defense.
Yeah, great defense.
All right, moving on to the next one. South Charleston at Spring Valley.
Spring Valley.
Tulsa at Tug Valley, which we found out during the show we will be doing.
Yeah, and want to thank our friends at the Loose Caboose in Kermit, West Virginia for reaching out and getting this done.
I got to go with Tug. I'm not going to go against Tug.
Yeah, I'm going Tug.
All right. In this one here, the Rebels lead this series 12-5, as Panthers have won the last two where they have outscored Tulsa 85-7. Quarterback Preston May has the last 2 weeks, he has 400 yards, 10 touchdowns. Tulsa is going for their first 3-game streak since 2019. Right now, as you're looking, this is it's tough, because Ashton Davis right now, he's leading the state in sacks. Mm-hmm. He's got 8 sacks, and they're trying to think what the stat was with Tug Valley. It's like 42 tackles a game or something is what they're averaging or something like that. But this, I just think that Tug Valley has athletes all over the field. Yeah. I think Tulsa is just now getting on track. I think that now that they found the right recipe, it's just they're running into a buzzsaw here at the wrong time. Right. So I think it being there on Naugatuck, I think Tug Valley takes care of business, and they're going to show why this was homecoming night. I think Tug Valley, this game means something to them two communities. Yeah. One of the most heated rivalries in the mountains, and Tulsa's going to have to show up because Tug Valley is going to come out to. If Tug Valley can put 80 on them, they're going to put 80 on them.
And our last high school game before we get into the college pick'ems, Liberty Raleigh at Westside.
Westside.
All right, guys, let's jump into the college pick'em. Florida at Kentucky. This game's pretty well a pick'em, so Kentucky's -1. So
let's go. I'm gonna go with Kentucky.
The 12 o'clock kickoff scares me. It does, man. If this was a night game, I'd say Kentucky all day. This Kentucky team still scares me, man. I don't know what they are, and Florida got that big win against Tennessee. With that being said, though, I think the Wildcats, they can break the big plays, and that's the thing, that I don't know if Florida can stop that. So give me the Wildcats.
I'm going Gators. I watched Kentucky and Vanderbilt. It's like the receivers can't catch the ball. I mean, he's hitting them right in the hands and the chest, and they're and it makes the quarterback look bad in the stats. It don't have nothing to do with the receivers.
That's coming from a Duke fan.
Well, yeah. Right. Oh, speaking of Duke, guess where College Game Day is this week?
Guess who cares?
At Duke.
Nobody cares.
Well, we've got them on here, so we care.
Yeah.
Old Dominion at Marshall. Marshall is a 14-point favorite.
Take Marshall cover.
I'll take Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall covers this.
West Virginia at TCU. TCU is a 12.5-point favorite.
Let me get WVU in this one.
Nah, I'll take TCU.
I like TCU at home, 12.5. Notre Dame is a 5.5-point favorite at Duke.
Notre Dame all day.
I don't know, man. I like what Mike Elko's doing with Duke. I'll take Duke in the points. Union at Pikeville. Pikeville is a 28.5-point favorite.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I think Pikeville wins, but give me Union and the points.
Give me Pike.
Yeah, I think Coach Phipps and Bad News Brett Coleman team up and get the big win.
Well, I think they win, but I don't think they win by 29 points.
So
that's all of them.
That's all of them. So, guys, that's the pick 'em. We're going to take a quick break. Come right back and join us. I promise you don't want to miss this final segment because we still got a lot to talk about. Come right back and join us here on Crunch Time.
If you want to make your dream home come true, call Solid Rock Development today. Check out some of these interior and exterior jobs they've done over the past few years. Solid Rock Development is making custom dream homes come true at a great price. Family owned, family operated, and faith backed. Give us a call today at Solid Rock Development. Let the folks at Double Quick help you start your 2022 off right. They've brought back the Bourbon Pecan Coffee for a limited time only. You can also quench your thirst with the great deals on fountain drinks they offer daily. Double Quick is your one-stop shop for everything. They offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can stop by one of their many storefront locations spread throughout eastern Kentucky. Stop by and let Double Quick make your day better.
Guys, welcome back to Crunch Time. This segment of the show is sponsored by Logan Bank and Trust.
Logan Bank and Trust right now. Listen, there's not a better bank in Logan County, guys. You go there, if you're needing a loan, they will get you approved, and not only get you approved, but get you approved with a great interest rate. So as we're sitting here, give a big shout out to, we always talk about, what me, you, producer KJ, we're all seen out all the time. I want to give a shout out to the Maestro Thomas Rainey.
Oh, yeah.
What he does on Friday nights directing traffic. Yeah. We can't do this without him making sure that he gets everybody online and going.
Absolutely. He is the brains behind this.
Absolutely, 100%. Blaine Pruitt says, KJ, it was a punt a snap over the punter's head, not a muff punt.
He's right. Right. It was on the snapper. He did throw it over his head.
Yeah. And
thanks for calling me out, Blaine. Appreciate
it. We'll make sure that. We keep the camera on him, won't we, KJ? And so if he trips or something, we'll
I'll get
cover
him
that up. So as you're sitting here looking, Dion finally showed a kink in the armor.
Oh, yeah.
As they took a thumping from Oregon. And that's the thing, that TCU win, I think, set expectations higher than they ever should have been. But, I still think this is a very good team.
It is, and the thing is everybody's seen it. It was a difference between the trenches,
Yep.
And when you got a difference between the trenches, it makes it hard to win. It don't matter what level you're on.
I agree 100%. And so as you're sitting here looking, Haley Van Hoosier become the first
Hey, if they can get out there and do it, they can play it.
Yeah, and that's something that you wonder, will we ever see a true all girls football league? Like I don't know. I don't know if that will ever happen because everybody when they put girls in football, they always put some kind of gimmick like lingerie league or something like that. When some of these girls, if you watch that, like the lingerie league, them girls are really good football players. Yeah. I think girls can be plenty good enough to do it and would love to do it. The only thing that you wonder is the market there. Right. If they could do that, then, who knows? This girl right here, she could be setting a trend that could carry on for years to come.
I think that they can do it. It's just on trying to figure the market out with it.
Yep. And as we seen last year at Logan, Carly Tolliver, she wasn't only a football player, she was the quarterback, and she was the second best player to Levante Kenny on the field. Yep. This girl dominated on defense, offense. And when she come to tackle you, it wasn't she would shoestring tackles. This girl was laying the lumber.
Mm-hmm. And she can fly.
Yes, she can, man. I wish she would have played this year though.
Yeah, I was.
Well, last year she was still in the midget league.
Yeah, no, that was two.
No,
because she was in Levante Kenny's grade.
I done games down there last year. She was on the A team. She ran all over Tug Valley. I did them games down there last year.
I thought she was the 8th grader with Kenny.
No, Kenny's older than her. She was in midget league still last year because I did the games down there at Tug Valley, and she ran all over Tug Valley. Now, I think she should be in middle school this year, but I don't think she played.
I would love to see that young lady play another year, man. She was special, very special player. And then we seen back, what was it, like 4 or 5 years ago, Kenzie Maynard was a kicker on the Belfry Middle School state title team.
Yeah.
So, it's been done. It's been done here a lot in the mountains. Just a lot of people don't shine a light on it for some reason. But one thing I wanted to get your thoughts on, over the last few years, we've seen, it's time and time again you're starting to see, it's every time you turn around, ACL tears, MCL tears. It's just lower extremity injuries has been something that happens way too often. We seen that the soccer teams come over, and I think it was the World Cup that they was looking at, and they said, they said, we're not playing on that turf. That got a lot of people talking, and it's got, it's starting to get a lot of traction. How much do you think that has to do with the injuries we're seeing today?
I mean, it's just hard to tell without the study, you know what I'm saying? And, yes, grass is, got a lot of give in it and all that, but, when I was at Kentucky, we had over 18 ACL surgeries on grass, so there's a study to be done. I can't pick this one or that one or whatever, but there's a study to be done.
There's a study to be done, and I did it this week. This is absolutely, it correlates with the injuries that's going on. When you take a look back in our day in high school, you did not see ACL tears like you did today. I mean, and it's just like your body is just like a car. You only got so many miles. And when you're taking, imagine, hitting speed bumps every day, all day, with these football players on practice, to where, you could either hit them speed bumps or you could be on smooth pavement, which is better for your car and your tires, the smooth pavement, so I really think they're onto something here. And, these guys, soccer is huge, man. And if them guys, I'm sure them guys have done studies, and, there's a reason why they're saying we're not doing that. And the only thing that, what can you do about it? Because every school around has spent millions of dollars on turf, on new stadiums. They're not going to go back. No. So I don't know what the answer is to this, but I do think that it directly correlates with the injuries, because it just wasn't. Like, when I was in school, I cannot remember one player ever tearing their MCL. I remember Chris Wooford as a freshman. I think he had some, I remember him on crutches. He done something bad to his leg. It may have been an ACL tear or something, but I was a senior. He was a freshman. That was the only player I ever seen with a lower extremity injury when I was in school. It's something that, I think needs to be looked at. And if, for the game of football, just like we change stuff because of concussions, if it's proved to be that this is severely causing numbers to change, then I think we need to look at maybe changing it for the sake of the game.
I know the NFL players are lobbying for natural grass. They're tired of the turf.
They had several injuries also.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to keep an eye on that situation. So as we're sitting here right now, we still got a load of people tuning in, guys. We can't thank you guys enough for tuning in each and every week. This week, Coach Jones, want to wish you the best of the luck. As I said, I picked Scott, but I hope Mingo Central wins that game. It's one of them games that I can be biased on. Any other day, I'm rooting for Scott, but this game, I'm a Mingo Central Miner, and I hope you guys take care of business and get that win. We tell you every week, guys, go to your local football stadium, support these high school athletes. If you ain't got nothing to do on Friday night, take your family out, and if you can't make it there, stop by the concession, buy a hot dog, do something to support the community and the school and these kids, guys. I promise you, it matters. We will be at McGoffin County, Powell County, Citizens Bank Game of the Week, Friday night. We will also be Logan Bank and Trust game of the week. We will follow Chapmanville up to Herbert Hoover. Friday night football, Tulsa versus Tug Valley. Partnering with our friends at RSN and HD Media, we will have Parkersburg and GW, George Washington, which should be a good one. And then I got to make the trip up there. Maybe I gave Maestro props too early.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
And then we also, what was the other game? That's it. Was that it? Okay. Thursday night, tomorrow night, we have Chapmanville versus Madison right here on the D&D Sports Network, as well as Belfry at Perry Central. So, guys, make sure you guys, get out, support your local team, and as we move on, this is going to be one of the fewest games that we've had. We've continued to grow. Make sure you guys follow D&D Sports Network for all your football action on Friday nights, and we'll get you caught up next week on Crunch Time. Guys, till then, David Jones to my left, I'm Darryl McCoy, producer KJ. Till next time, so long, and